let's break down some on-chain metrics, do an analysis of Ethereum, and go over some trade entries. Hey everyone, welcome back to our weekly analysis of Ethereum. And in this video, we'll be taking a deep dive into the on-chain metrics and looking at the key support and resistance levels for Ethereum. For those of you who are new here, we provide regular updates on the crypto market, along with some trade entries that our team at CoinInsights has put together. So if you're interested in joining our free trading community, the link is listed in the description down below. I'm also really excited to announce that I've gained access to another funded trading account, and I'm planning to schedule a daily live stream for you guys, just to show you guys how to grow a portfolio once we reach 1,000 subs. So if you guys want to see how I trade live, please consider subscribing, as it helps me out a lot. And as always, we'll provide timestamps for your guys' convenience so you can easily navigate to the sections that interest you the most in this video. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first metric I wanted to take a look at was the Liquidity Heat Map. This is really relevant to our style of trading, as we like to trade alongside large institutions, whales, and larger investors. Therefore, for them to move their capital more effectively and efficiently, they require areas of high liquidity. And often they'll bring price into areas of high liquidity multiple times so that they can adequately fill up all of their orders. So we've been looking at a few liquidity levels for Ethereum, but in this video, I want to take a look at this level right here in yellow at around the high 1600s. I just want you guys to keep a mental note of that level, as we'll go over that more in depth once we get to our charts. The next metric I want to take a look at were the liquidation levels for Ethereum. You can see we are actually experiencing a lot of short liquidations again here at the moment. And if you guys have been following my channel for a little bit, I always talk about how weak highs are areas of high liquidity. And you can see here that we have weak highs right here. You can see right above we have a large circle, which just notes an area of high liquidity and possibility for high liquidation. The liquidity above this area is actually relatively weak, which is why I don't think we'll break this high. And if you guys have seen my last video on Ethereum, I was hedging my bets short, and I'm still currently in the same mindset. Although we're gonna have to see how it unfolds during FOMC. We're gonna probably experience a lot of volatility. So definitely do be careful trading tomorrow, and please make sure to stay safe. Whether it's FOMC or even before that or after, definitely the liquidity here, we're gonna experience some volatility, and a lot of the liquidity from above will probably get wicked out before we move down. So for me personally, I'm still hedging my bets short here. The next metric I wanna take a look at is the number of addresses with balances greater than 10k Ethereum. And you can see that on this grind up, that we've actually been having a grind down in the number of addresses, which is the blue line, where black is the line of the price. And currently we're just having divergence here. The last time these 2 points met, we had a fall in price action. And we're kind of at that point where these two are about to meet, and we're probably going to see some sort of dumping here, which is kind of goes in line with my theory on the future price action of Ethereum within the next couple weeks. But as all these metrics develop and price action develops, I'll always make sure to keep you guys updated. And I always tell you guys, like, before big moves down, you guys want to see a huge spike of short liquidations, which we saw here. We saw a huge spike of short liquidations and price move down. I'm expecting to see something kind of similar. I'm expecting price to kind of wick up to wipe out a lot of liquidity that I showed you guys before on the heat maps and the liquidation levels. And you can see that the liquidation is actually starting to move up a little bit. But yeah, I'm expecting just some sort of spike here for short liquidations before we actually see our real move down. Another bearish sign is that we are seeing a fairly large inflow of Ethereum onto exchanges, which just means that it provides more liquidity for selling pressure. So a lot of the on-chain metrics are showing a lot of bearishness, especially the heat map, as we're seeing a lot more liquidity below. But there is a little bit of liquidity left above to grab. That's why I'm under the theory that we'll see some sort of move up, or some sort of volatility, or a wick, just wicking out all of the stop losses that are leveraged short before we actually see our real move down. But I'll show you guys on the charts here. In this video, I just wanted to go over a quick lower time frame analysis. If you guys want the higher time frame analysis, please check out my most recent Ethereum video. I talk about some levels below and some levels above. But with FOMC coming up tomorrow, I just want to get a quick video out for you guys to kind of show you guys the amount of volatility that we could possibly see. So in terms of price action and market structure, we are bearish on the higher time frame and on the lower time frame here. So as traders, you're always taking your bets and you're accounting for your probabilities. So in my opinion, I think the probabilities of us going down are much higher. So currently I am looking for more entries short on Ethereum. So I'll show you guys the levels that we're looking at. So we've had this change of character on the daily. This just means that we've had a break of structure here, and we've generated a new zone of supply for Ethereum. So anything in this level here between this change of character and this high is honestly free game for price action to move through. It is very unlikely that this high will get broken, but in the markets, of course, anything is possible. But I'll give you guys two levels that I'm really looking at for adding to my short positions here. The higher level is at this broken base, as we have untapped demand up here. Price has not come up to fill up orders yet in this supply zone here. The second area I am looking at is actually down here, where we actually also have untapped broken bases, and this supply zone has not been tapped either, and price action is actually looking fairly bearish right now. So this is another point that we could be looking at for a short trade. But the reason I'm more inclined to think that it's up here is because we also have a fair value gap that needs to be filled. And if you take the mean threshold here, the 0.5 is fairly close to this broken base as well. We can see a slight move above it for sure. And if we go to the 4 hour here and check the fair value gap on the 4 hour, you can see that the mean threshold, the 0.5 of the fib, actually gets closer to the broken base. This is a fairly good point to look at in terms of a reversal, along with this area down here, as we do also have a fair value gap here on the 1 hour. I'll mark out the one up here as well. So these gaps are likely to get filled, but if price action is very, very bearish, oftentimes it will just move down without filling these gaps. As you can see, this gap forms and price just kept on moving down without filling it up first before moving down. A lot of times these gaps, filling these gaps is how I add to my positions. So therefore I am definitely looking to add my position here. And if price does end up coming up here, we do see the volatility. And if we do see the volatility tomorrow, wicking up Ethereum to the prices up here, then this is definitely a possibility as well. We also do have psychological resistances up here in this area at $2,000. So these are all, confluential factors that you want to play into your analysis. So in my opinion, I think that we're only going to come up to around here, and we're just going to see continued ranging and, see some sort of move like that. But depending on FOMC, if we do see a fairly bullish move, then this is an area that I would also look at. The last thing I wanted to cover real quick were the moving averages, just to gauge the momentum. I did say on the higher time frame in the long term that we are bullish on Ethereum, although we can see pretty severe drawbacks. We have been holding the 50-day moving average fairly well, which is the blue line. The purple line is the 10-week moving average, which is also a great momentum indicator, along with the red line, which is the 200-day moving average. And you can see that we've just kind of been holding these over the past few months. We did experience a golden cross, which is the 50-day moving over the 200-day. But I am expecting some sort of fairly large drawback here into this broken base on the higher time frame. And definitely go check out my recent Ethereum video before this, as we go over a area of high liquidity down here as a bearish case. And as an extreme bearish case, there is another level of very high liquidity down here as well, back at the $1,000 mark. So definitely do keep those levels on your radar. But currently we're just looking at the shorter time frame, and we'll take price action step by step as it develops. For now though, definitely the two nearest levels that I'll be looking at for short are these two levels, and the next level I'll be looking for long is at this broken base with this 200-day moving average acting as support. And I believe there was also a level of liquidity here that we discussed in our last video. If I were to structure any of my trades here, I'll probably enter a short position, I can see it coming up, probably after the fill of the very value gap, fill of this broken base, and a fill of this order block here as well. I'd probably take profits down to this broken base would be my ideal profit level. And if price does end up coming back up here, I'd probably add in at this broken base, set stops above this high, and also take this all the way down to this broken base down here. If you guys enjoyed this analysis, please let me know in the comments down below. I try to give you guys my best analysis possible. We have been doing fairly well on this channel in terms of win rate, so if you guys want to tag along, make sure to check out the free trading community in the description down below. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, just let me know, give me a like, thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.